And hello to you. Good afternoon. I am Mitch McCoy here at KRK4 and Fox 16 in Little Rock. It is 3:11. We have breaking news we want to get to. The state has just announced the latest COVID-19 numbers over the last 24 hours. We want to get straight to it. The state has recorded 1,715 new COVID-19 cases in the state, 30 additional deaths, and 2 fewer hospitalizations, and all of this coming in within the last 24 hours. We also are aware of 5 additional Arkansans that are on a ventilator. There are 339 people in ICU right now, and we are just processing some of these numbers right now into our newsroom. If you're just joining us, we just got the latest batch of COVID-19 numbers in the state of Arkansas. Health officials announced 1,715 COVID-19 related cases in the state today, 30 additional deaths, and 2 fewer hospitalizations. And these are numbers that we're now processing. We are not expecting an update from Governor Asa Hutchinson today. These numbers were released by health officials at the Department of Health on their social media account just a few moments ago. These latest numbers come after Governor Asa Hutchinson's news conference yesterday when he announced the latest batches of cases and that alarming White House report that was released that showed that Arkansas, in the fight against COVID-19, that the situation had been worsening. So if you're just joining us, that was the latest numbers coming in from the Arkansas Department of Health. Again, 1,700 new cases, 1,715 to be exact. We're talking about 30 additional deaths and 2 fewer hospitalizations. Again, we're not hearing from Governor Asa Hutchinson today. During those COVID-19 updates are weekly at this point, but we did feel like it was necessary to come on across Facebook and all of our digital platforms to alert you of the new cases. I want to also get to some information that we have posted on our website, krk.com, fox16.com, and across all of our digital platforms as well. And this it's this story right here, as we're learning today that New York City schools have started to close again. And this decision was announced earlier today. And let me just read little bits and pieces of this for you as we're learning this now from the city of New York. The governor announced, the mayor announced this today as the city was facing some new statistics. Apparently, the positivity rate was getting too high in the city of New York, and so we learned that the nation's largest public school system will halt in-person learning, and that will begin tomorrow. So that's about 1 million children that are affected by that decision. Let's turn it back over here into Arkansas. Let's go through some of these numbers, and this is a map that we use quite frequently here during COVID-19 here in our Studio B, our digital studio. So 137,000 cases since the COVID-19 pandemic started, and you see the counties in blue. That represents more cases, the darker blue that you go. So if, let's say, we were to click on Pulaski County here, you can see that, and again, they have it broken down into cumulative cases, probable and confirmed cases. But at this point, what we know right now is that there are 1,700 active cases in Pulaski County. But if we were to go further south, farther south, you can see that there's more shaded blue here. So, I mean, if let's say we were to click on Columbia County, you can see that there's 97 active cases in Columbia County. This really gives us a big picture perspective to how each region of the state is dealing with COVID-19, the global health pandemic. And of course, Central Arkansas, you're going to see a lot darker blue. Jefferson County here, 408. active cases in Jefferson County, but then if we were to move up to northwest Arkansas, let's say in Benton County, you'd see 1,200 active cases up there. So we did see 30 additional deaths today, and this is the map representing deaths, and of course the same color scheme here. The darker blue you go, the more deaths in that county, and you can see that there's not one part of the state in particular that is dealing with more deaths than others. But I mean, you have Pulaski County, you have Jefferson County, you have northwest Arkansas, some counties up there in northeast Arkansas, and of course southern Arkansas, Union County, 56 deaths reported there. So 30 additional deaths today recorded by the Arkansas Department of Health, as we learn that the state has recorded 1,715 new cases in the state of Arkansas. If you're just joining us here, we came across today. We know that COVID-19 is certainly on the minds of so many Arkansans, and the growing number of cases across the state, creating an alarm for so many individuals, and so we wanted to come on. We wanted to give you a special report across all of our digital platforms related to COVID-19 and the number of cases that were recorded today. The Department of Health just announced that a few moments ago. Let me bring that up for you if you're just joining us here. We have 1,715 new cases of COVID-19 reported today, 30 additional deaths, and we have 5 additional people on a ventilator. It is worth noting, and this number is certainly alarming, 350 deaths since November 1st. Soak that in. Since November 1, 350 people have lost their lives due to COVID-19, and that number was reported today by a health official at the Arkansas Department of Health. So that is what we know. And that map I was just showing you a moment ago, you can find that on our website. You can go interactive and you can select the county that you wish to choose. And of course, that is available on our website, KRK.com, Fox16.com, or on the website or social media platform that you're watching on. So again, if you're just joining us here, it's 3:18. Wanted to come on, wanted to let you know about the number of cases here that the state has recorded. Again, 1,715 new coronavirus cases in the state of Arkansas, 30 additional deaths, 2 fewer hospitalizations today. The governor did not provide a COVID-19 update. These were numbers provided by the Arkansas Department of Health. You might recall the governor a month, 2, maybe 3 now, switched his coronavirus briefings to a weekly update. We heard from the governor yesterday when the White House released its latest report saying that the number of COVID-19 cases was worsening in the state of Arkansas. And Dr. Jose Romero, the Secretary of Health for the Department of Health here in Arkansas, compared COVID-19 to a boulder rolling down a hill, saying that eventually it will overwhelm the healthcare system. Certainly not numbers that health officials wanted to report today, as the state records more than 1,700 cases of COVID-19. We'll have much more on the coronavirus, the state's response to it, coming up in our newscasts here very shortly. I encourage you to download our smartphone app. We'll push alerts related to COVID-19 directly to your phone. But for now, I'm Mitch McCoy. We're coming up on 3:20. We have breaking news all day long right here on the device that you're watching. For now, have a good afternoon.